Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Double Stuff Podcast, where we're double the hosts, double the topics, and double the fun. I'm Charity.
And I'm Alan.
And I'm Sarah.
Feel left out. I didn't sing my name. I'm Charity.
Since we're elongating our name, I guess.
That's right.
Okay, so
And together we form Double Stuffed. Except for Charity. That was your cue.
Okay, I missed my
and
cue.
together we're Double Stuffed.
Oh. Okay, we should never, ever sing. Never sing.
And you can book us for your next event.
Oh my gosh.
You can find us 2 doors down from the Drury Inn. That's where we sing for our supper.
That's where our album drops for our...
Oh, no. Okay, so to make you forget what you just heard, today's topic is fun February holidays. Now, I know everyone knows that Valentine's Day falls in February, but there's other holidays that you could celebrate this month. So I'm going to start us off. We actually already passed this one at this point, but you can celebrate it next year because February 2nd is Work Naked Day.
That is not true. Everybody knows February 2nd is
Groundhog's Day.
But
how did these guys steal it? Are we done with Groundhog's Day?
I mean, you can still celebrate
Groundhog's Day is where you come out without any clothes on, and then you have to see if you see your shadow or not.
I get it now. Okay. Tell me what this one is.
Well, this one has nothing to do with groundhogs, but I mean, unless the groundhog's naked, he's working from home.
Oh, you were I see. Okay. I'm behind on this
you're
one.
You're thinking too hard, Alan. Okay.
I'm thinking about managing this little trio that we got going on.
So February 2nd, also Groundhog's Day, but it's also Work Naked Day. So this was created by author and home office expert.
And pervert.
Yeah. He was probably a nudist or something, right? A fellow nudist.
It's a female, so sorry,
female.
Lisa.
Sorry, Lisa.
But
I'm sure you're a wonderful lady.
She says the holiday is not actually about working without clothes, although that's an option, but it's more about working in a comfortable space within your home. So the first thing you need to do not show up to work naked without permission, but rather ask to work from home. And then if you are working from home and do want to participate in the nakedness of the holiday,
it depends. Is it casual Friday though?
Well, you want to reschedule your video conference calls of Work Naked Day because you don't want to surprise everybody.
Yeah, did she establish this before the Zoom meetings?
It didn't say what year, but I mean, work from home kind of got into the regular, mindset of the
Zeitgeist.
work. Yeah, just during 2020. I would say
it happened before because it seemed like a novel concept of working from home if you wanted to.
Yes,
because you are in your most comfortable state.
There is a wear pajamas to work day that sort of accompanies this holiday, but not really because pajamas are clothing and the idea is to be naked.
They're super popular too.
To work with pajamas?
Well, I see, I don't know if the trend is for youth, but I see a lot of high school girls, middle school girls that are in pajama bottoms go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we have pajama day, I think, at for pep. Was it pep rally or pep week or whatever you call it?
Oh, Spirit Week.
Spirit Week, yeah. But it usually ended with a pep rally.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do pajama day.
Yeah. Well.
Thanks, Lisa.
But yes, keyword, do not show up to work naked. So do not blame the Double Stuff Podcast if you get fired for sure. Also,
it's like
take pictures, tag us.
Also, it's in the single digit degrees, so maybe the work from naked day probably didn't happen this year. Let's be honest.
That's okay if you're willing and able.
Okay, Alan,
mind a bit of frostbite.
Do you want to give us one? What
Sure.
February holiday do you want to share with us?
Okay, now this one's on February 22nd, and it's called Single Tasking Day.
Ooh.
And the idea behind this is recent studies have shown that multitasking can be less effective and productive than previously thought. When one shifts from one task to another, the brain needs time to change focus. This can lead to a waste of time and can cause a lot of stress. So, on February 2nd, or 22nd, we've gone forward 20 days from now. Single tasking day. Just do one thing. Nail it.
I wonder if that's
Just
possible.
accomplish one thing.
Is that really possible within a workday? Because I'm trying to think.
I'm just thinking in everyday life. I think I'm always doing multiple things.
Well,
Even if I'm just doing basic like cleaning up, I'll have music in the background, or I'll have something else going on while So I feel like you can never really do one, or it's just hard to do
unless
it now.
you're working in like a factory or something where your job is to like
Yeah.
put the bottles on the top or on the
And then pull your
on the
hand
lids
back
or
before the
something.
machine comes down.
Yeah,
Well, I guess that's
yeah.
still multitasking, but it's
Stay
like
pretty focused on that job.
put the stickers on the labels as the bottles go by. Like if that's your only job, then I guess that would be single tasking.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you how I benefited from the multitasking fiasco of one Dylan's meat department butcher or whatever?
I don't
Oh,
think so.
no.
No,
So
please share.
I got a smoking hot deal on some beef ribs because the Dylan's whoever marked it as beef neck.
Oh, okay.
So I got a smoking hot deal.
Oh,
Thank you for multitasking on that day and mislabeling those beef ribs.
Please
They were
do it
tasty.
again. They
Yeah.
were delicious.
They were delicious.
It's like, you know how cows got those 30-foot long necks? that curve a
Yeah.
little
the
bit?
multiple.
Exactly. I was like,
You got like
is
12 cow necks.
This is not, and not only that, but I have never ever noticed that Dylan's is rocking beef neck. Have you ever noticed? I'm going to Dylan's for some beef neck. What in the world is going on? I love it.
Looking at the way the ribs were, they're
Yeah.
just like trachea, like beef
Yeah.
trachea.
But for that employee needs to celebrate February 22nd and just focus on one thing that day,
Yeah.
which is proper labeling.
Properly.
Anyway,
Nice.
what do you got, Sarah?
All right, I've got one. The event has since passed, but I feel like you can do this whenever you want. But February 3rd was Eat Ice Cream for Breakfast Day.
Oh, a pass on that one.
You know,
Really?
I don't like sweets in the morning at all.
Oh, sweets are good.
I barely like
Any
sweets.
old time of the.
Yeah,
day.
at all.
when I was younger, I'd be like, I'll eat soup in the summer and ice cream in the winter. But lately, just because I feel like I'm getting extra cold lately, because at the time of this recording, we just got finished having a really, icy below zero
been a
weather.
bitter
So
winter, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, it's too cold to be eating cold stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. Drinking cold
I've
things.
actually been craving ice cream.
Really?
It's funny because my coworker Stacy and I were actually talking about this, and she was like, "Yeah, for some reason, whenever it's cold, I just really want ice cream. I guess the
Really?
cold reminds you of ice cream." But the other
I
day,
guess
I was
so.
like, "Oh, I could go for some cookie dough ice cream right about now. Like, I really want. I didn't do it. I was good, but I could go for ice cream."
See, and even when they bring out like the seasonal ice creams, like around Christmas time, like the eggnog ice cream or the peppermint or whatnot,
yeah.
I'm like, I don't even want. I'm not even wanting ice cream. Why would I want a seasonal version of ice cream?
Oh, those are even better.
Yeah?
They did the,
Have you tried the eggnog?
well, I don't like eggnog in
general?
in the
Now,
in the normal.
I've never
form,
had
but-
it in ice cream form.
No, but it still tastes gross. Last year, the Little Debbie people did a whole bunch of ice creams from their
Yeah, like
their Little Debbie
they
snack
did,
cakes.
They did like oatmeal
I didn't know
cookie and
I didn't know that they did ice cream.
I think it was just maybe a seasonal or
it was just like
a limited edition. So
Oh.
I bought them all because I wanted to taste them. So it was like the Nutty Buddy bars.
Oh,
and the
you're
oatmeal
talking
cream
about like
pies.
it's like a blizzard, like it's been broken down into the.
It
ice
was like
cream?
one of the little half pint things, like the Ben and
Okay.
Jerry's or whatever.
Okay.
But they had Swiss rolls and cosmic brownie and
they had the Christmas tree one.
Christmas tree cakes, the oatmeal cream pie, Swiss roll, the nutty.
I do
butter
like the
bars,
oatmeal cream
and-
pies.
and-
That was my
yeah.
favorite.
And I bought them after Christmas, so they were like, I think they were like
They were really cheap.
They were like 75 cents or whatever versus
melted.
like well,
Freezer burned.
no, they actually
but
weren't terrible. But
Yeah.
so Sarah came over, and then I had another friend of ours
had an
come
ice cream
over.
party?
Yeah, we just kind of, it was like a, some
Like-
people
like
do a
a-
wine tasting.
Oh,
We had
okay.
an
I
ice
had
cream
an ice
tasting.
cream
Just pass it
tasting.
around.
Yeah,
Take
it was
one
really
down,
good.
pass it
Yeah,
around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the favorite was it the
I think the favorite was
Nutter Butters.
Nutter Butters, yeah.
I think it was
Ooh, is it Nutter Butters?
Or no, Nutter Butters are the cookies.
Yeah, Nutty Bars.
Nutty
bars.
bars.
Yeah, you're doing have another Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich
Yeah,
cookie.
I'm mixing them up.
Yeah.
The little peanut butter chocolate wafer bar
I think that
things.
one.
That's dipped in chocolate.
Yeah, those. They had that ice cream.
I think that one and the oatmeal cookie one were the best, if I remember correctly. In terms
See,
of how
I wasn't
it
a fan of
tasted.
the oatmeal cookie. But anyway, yes, I would definitely eat ice cream for breakfast. And what day was that? That was
February 3rd, so the little blurb about that, it says, it is thought that the unofficial holiday first started in the 1960s. So I guess this has been around for a bit.
Pre-refrigeration.
What? not 1906. Ice cream didn't exist until the 60s.
I invented it.
We just put milk in the freezer and hope for the best.
That's right. Keep shaking it, Carl. Dad, can I stop?
poor Carl.
Him and Devin with his leeches and didn't catch on. So it said that the unofficial holiday is thought to have been created by Florence Rappaport in the 1960s. She lived in Rochester, New York, and she did it as a way to entertain her kids on a cold, snowy morning. So
Give him ice cream.
Just shut it. It was probably a snow day. It's like, Mom, can I have ice cream? Yes, get out of my room.
Yeah.
Go eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
or I wonder.
It's 1960s. And give me some Pall Malls and
I'm kind of curious. Since she said that she did this with her kids during a snowy morning. I wonder if they actually did like
They
people
probably
who
got the snow and made
outside and did something out of it. You know,
that yellow snow.
Wow.
It's lemon.
well, we certainly hope
rock
so.
salt. Yeah.
That's one of the food combinations, right? Is to enhance the flavor. It says her.
Well, you use the salt that will make ice colder.
Yeah, it makes it colder.
Yeah.
And then the whole cup just sticks to your mouth and it just never leaves.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. And not only that, the amount of time and energy poured into that, just go to the store and get you a little Debbie's pint,
Yeah. Well, in that case, we need to
for
go
75 cents.
We need to get a time machine
2 bits and a bit.
and tell Florence, be like, what the heck are you doing? Just jump back 60, 70 years later. This will save you so much time. But apparently her idea took off and now it's become an actual holiday celebrated by people all around the world.
Nice.
Just an excuse to have
Yeah.
some sugar for breakfast.
Which-
Although Alan is against it.
Which is kind of interesting because I looked through this too, and then Charity had as well. There's actually quite a few ice cream related holidays for February. So we just have regular ice cream day, then we have vanilla ice cream day, ice cream sandwich day, and strawberry ice cream day.
Ooh,
So
it's been a while since I've had an ice cream sandwich. Those are good.
yeah. So apparently February is just ice cream month
Okay.
all around. So get your ice cream today, guys.
Okay.
All right, so coming up, I think everyone who has an office, whether a home office or work office, needs to do this. February 12th is Clean Out Your Computer Day.
Yeah.
So this is started in the year 2000 by the Institute of Business Technology. This day usually falls on the second Monday in February. And so this can also apply to physically cleaning your work area or just like cleaning off your desktop and
yeah.
stuff. But
I'm a digital
especially,
hoarder.
yeah, well, especially for people who like eat lunch at their desk and like
gross.
snacks and stuff, like your keyboard gets gross, like get that
Yeah.
little air
No,
puff
no, no,
thing
no.
and like get all
Yeah.
the chip crumbs out.
I thought you were talking about data.
Well, no, it's both.
It works
So
both ways, yeah.
you want to back up all the files on your computer, clean out your desktop, or make folders so that way you don't have to keep saving stuff to your
Okay.
desktop. And then you want to delete or archive different files or programs that
For the love of God,
that you don't have any
eat
use for.
by your keyboard.
People do it all
Oh,
the time.
I'm
though.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you turn over your keyboard and watch all the crummy crumbs fall out.
Gross.
But
Yeah, it's like, oh, that
yeah.
was my sandwich from 97.
You also want to uninstall programs that you no longer use. But like there are some people that I've been in meetings with, you know how you can hook up if you're doing like a big meeting, you can hook up your computer so you can see it on the big screen. They'll hook it up and you can see like their desktop is just covered in files. And that's overwhelming to me because I'm just like, how do you live?
Yeah.
How do you work when you've got like 200 files saved to your desktop? I'm like, make some folders. That would
Yeah.
drive me. Now, I do save stuff to my desktop, but that's if I'm going to immediately use it. So if because I work in social media, so normally when I export something, I'll have to go in and schedule it so that it can post. Once I'm done, I move all that stuff to the folder.
Yeah,
so there's
if
a
it's
rotation.
on my desktop, it means that it's either in progress or not complete yet. And then as soon as it's complete, it's
it
either
goes-
going somewhere or it's going in the trash.
Yeah, exactly.
I do kind of feel like my computer is probably more organized in my life, like my real life sometimes. So it's like my room
too.
my room might be a mess, but man,
My
every
computer-
folder is color coded and
Everything's got a label on it.
And I will say this too, from teaching students in computer labs.
Yeah.
It's an effective tool. It's a skill to learn. I can't tell you how frustrating it is for somebody to ask for help, and I'm like, well, where is this file? And they have no idea where it's at. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is going on?
Yeah. How are you working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out. Beat it. I hate you.
Thanks, Teach.
The other thing too, anytime I've taken over a position for a guy as like a manager or something, clean your keyboard at least like once or twice a month.
Sure.
Because I'll see a keyboard and there's like I can't see the letters anymore because
Oh.
there are layers of dirt and grime on it. I've had to like shut the computer down and like scrub my keyboard. That is
Okay,
disgusting.
Let's move.
No,
on.
I'm saying when it comes to
Let's
clean
talk
out your
about-
computer day, February 12th,
Yes,
y'all better be
please.
cleaning.
Please do.
I love that this is really
And
getting
then
to
on the 24th, something even stranger. Well, not strange. Everything that you said was absolutely a public service announcement. Let's just say that. All right, on February 24th is World Sword Swallowers Day.
Everyone
wow.
go swallow us.
That is so bananas. Okay, so this unofficial holiday was, of course, created by the Sword Swallowers Association International in 2008. And according to the SSAI, sword swallowing is an act of passing a sword or solid blade at least 16 inches long through the mouth into the stomach. Contrary to popular belief, sword swallowing is not a trick or an illusion, but a real skill that requires a lot of hard work and practice. And let's just not do that one. That's crazy.
I just wonder how you practice that. Because when you
Yeah.
practice something, you don't automatically start off as a well-qualified sword swallower. So, like, do you practice with a tube?
Well, here's my thing. I always wondered if the trick or the illusion is when to prove it's sharp, they pop a balloon or do something like that. And then I'm wondering if that part's the trick, like something else is popping it. Because you don't want a sharp blade going down into your gullet.
I mean, if it's one of those
Through the maw, down the
retractable
gullet.
swords where, like, it might be this big
No,
just
I
to
think
go in
it's
your
real
mouth.
because
and
they
then
remember that they. Well, I don't know if you remember this, but I remember seeing a sword swallower do it with an X-ray, and you could see.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I think you could probably look it up.
That sounds vaguely familiar. I might
Yeah,
have seen
so
it.
you
the
can
X-ray's a
actually
video.
see.
Video
No,
playback.
this would have been back in the 90s when I saw
Okay.
this. So I remember seeing it, and I was like, oh, geez, okay, but let's not practice that one.
Yeah.
But there are people who do it and do it very
okay,
well,
that's
and
true.
we can appreciate their craft and their
Yes.
performance. Which do they do that at the Renaissance
Pursue
Fair?
your happiness and joy.
They do the Renaissance Fair here.
Ooh,
I don't
know
they
if they-
do fire breathing and
Yeah,
Oh,
they do
fire!
the fire
Okay,
eaters,
yeah,
but I don't
probably
remember.
not sword swallowing.
Or at least not the ones that I've been to.
Yeah, stay away from that guy, kids. Anyway,
Another public service announcement.
yeah.
Okay, well, I have one.
Okay.
This is near the end of the month. So February 28th is Public Sleeping Day. So
Which most people participate in without even knowing it's a holiday.
I was actually getting ready to make a comment about that. I've been
This is
Some
like
people
taking
were
it-
celebrating in church today, I would imagine.
Oh,
like I've been partaking in this for many decades. This holiday encourages people to commune with nature by sleeping outdoors in public.
yeah. Just
I
be
don't know why that-
careful.
I mean, well, anyway, so get your favorite pillow and blanket, find a safe and clean space in public to take a nap.
Okay, that's
This-
way too much.
This is
This should be like a quick little, like you're at the park,
yeah,
and
not
while everybody else is playing frisbee or flying a kite, you're like, nice warm sun.
Leaning
take a
against
little
a tree.
siesta.
Maybe if you're at the airport, because that's probably an acceptable. Like if you got a really long
Okay,
layover,
yeah.
that's probably okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's saying commune with nature by sleeping outdoors, so not at the airport.
There is a tree in the Florida airport, palm tree.
In the atrium.
Yeah, near
leaning
the
next to
the exit. So if we go to Florida, sleep in the airport next to the palm tree. We are communing with nature indoors.
And this has revived a memory, a very fond memory, where we'd go out to Long Beach, and when we were in California, and we would spend the whole day on the beach, and I would take naps, and that was lovely. So I think just be safe about it, obviously.
Yeah. Also, it's probably too cold to participate in this right now.
Yeah.
And on February what day?
February 28th.
Yeah.
So it's still pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you pick this holiday? Yeah, when it's still winter.
That's a good point.
Wait until it's at least like
May,
spring.
June.
Yeah.
But we're also here in Kansas. If you're in California or Florida,
if you're in the
or-
Southern
or
Hemisphere,
Hawaii or something,
Australia, South
it's
America.
not going to be cold. So I guess you
No.
can commune with nature
Yeah.
in certain parts of the world that is acceptable and not freezing.
So
Yeah.
on February 28th, travel to the Southern Hemisphere.
And go to sleep.
I mean, you can sleep there.
and then come back on the
And celebrate.
29th because it's a leap year this year. So you have an extra day to come back.
Or just sleep in through the leap year and then travel back.
And then come back on March 1st.
Or don't go to work on the 29th and be like, I just thought the 28th was the end of February.
No, it's don't wear clothes to work day or whatever the thing you're
Yeah, let's
talking
just
about.
combine all the holidays. Work naked, eat ice cream for breakfast, sleep in public, swallow swords. What else did we have? Clean your computer.
Clean your computer, yeah.
Exactly. And only do one thing.
Yes. Oh wait,
You've
we
already failed that.
broke the rules. Well, on that failure, Sarah, how do you? No, that was a horrible exit.
Speaking
Charity.
of failure,
Yeah. Don't multitask. One task. Just pitch it to Sarah.
would you like to tell our listeners how they can hear all of our podcast episodes?
Well, sure, Charity. Yes, I will. I would love to do that. So yeah, well, first off, guys, this is our 20th season doing this, so we've been doing this for a while. We're about to
grizzled old veterans of the podcast.
grizzle. We've been in the field as long as we have. So yeah, we have 190 episodes for you guys to check out and listen for between now till the cows come home of some capacity. So there you go. They'll give us the ice cream anyway. So yeah, check us out at doublestuffpod.com. That's our website. We're available on all the different podcast platforms. Check us out on our social media. So it's Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Double Stuff Podcast. And of course on Twitter X at Double Stuff P, and that's the letter P.